Julius Caesar, Act 3, Scene 1. Multiple choice questions. What is the main event that takes place in Act 3, Scene 1? Caesar's coronation. The assassination of Julius Caesar. Mark Antony's speech. Brutus' argument with Cassius. The assassination of Julius Caesar. Which character gives the final stab to Julius Caesar? Cassius, Casca, Brutus, Mark Antony. Brutus. What are Caesar's last words in this scene? Friends, Romans, countrymen. Et tu, Brute. Beware the Ides of March. I am constant as the northern star. Et tu, Brute. What does Metellus Cimber request from Caesar before the assassination begins? A promotion. Caesar's resignation. The pardon of his banished brother. An alliance with Caesar. The pardon of his banished brother. Why does Caesar refuse Metellus Cimber's request? He is too angry with Cimber's brother. He believes changing his decision would show weakness. He never liked Metellus. He is unaware of the political consequences. He believes changing his decision would show weakness. What does Caesar compare himself to when refusing to change his mind about Metellus' brother? The sun, the moon, the northern star, a lion. The northern star. Which character attempts to warn Caesar with a letter before he enters the Senate? Artemidorus, soothsayer, Brutus, Cassius. Artemidorus. What is the immediate reaction of the conspirators after Caesar's death? They flee in fear. They rejoice and declare liberty. They bury Caesar immediately. They argue about who will take power next. They rejoice and declare liberty. What does Mark Antony do when he arrives and sees Caesar's body? He swears revenge immediately. He flees Rome. He shakes hands with the conspirators. He delivers a eulogy. He shakes hands with the conspirators. What does Antony request from Brutus and the other conspirators? To be allowed to leave Rome safely. To give him control over Rome. To speak at Caesar's funeral. To arrest the traitors. To speak at Caesar's funeral. Why does Caesar ignore Artemidorus's letter? He believes Artemidorus is a madman. He thinks the letter is a petition and does not want to put personal matters before public business. He does not receive the letter. Decius convinces him that the letter is not important. He thinks the letter is a petition and does not want to put personal matters before public business. What excuse do the conspirators use to gather around Caesar before attacking him? They are pledging their loyalty. They are asking for his approval of a law. They are asking for the pardon of Publius Cimber. They are preparing for a public announcement. They are asking for the pardon of Publius Cimber. What is Brutus's justification for killing Caesar? Caesar was ambitious and would become a tyrant. Caesar had plotted to destroy Rome. Caesar was already ruling unfairly. Caesar had insulted the Senate. Caesar was ambitious and would become a tyrant. How does Antony react when he first sees Caesar's dead body? He weeps uncontrollably. He swears revenge immediately. He shakes hands with the conspirators. He curses Brutus and Cassius. He shakes hands with the conspirators. What does Antony request from the conspirators after Caesar's assassination? Caesar's personal documents. To be part of their new government. Caesar's body and permission to speak at the funeral. A trial for the conspirators. Caesar's body and permission to speak at the funeral. Why does Brutus agree to let Antony speak at Caesar's funeral? Antony promises not to speak ill of the conspirators. Brutus wants to honor Caesar's friendship with Antony. Brutus believes Antony will sway the public to support the conspirators. Brutus wants Antony to reveal Caesar's true ambitions. Antony promises not to speak ill of the conspirators. How does Antony describe Caesar's wounds in his soliloquy after the conspirators leave? As reminders of Caesar's greatness. As silent mouths pleading for revenge. As signs of a new era for Rome. As evidence of the conspirators' cowardice. As silent mouths pleading for revenge. Which of the conspirators insists that Antony should not be harmed after Caesar's assassination? Brutus, Cassius, Casca, Trebonius. Brutus. What does Caesar say about himself just before he is killed? He is as constant as the northern star. He is Rome's most humble servant. He fears no conspirator. He is beloved by the people of Rome. He is as constant as the northern star. Why does Cassius initially object to allowing Antony to speak at Caesar's funeral? He fears Antony will incite the people against them. He dislikes Antony personally. He believes Brutus should speak instead. He thinks Antony will try to flee Rome. He fears Antony will incite the people against them. In the line et tu, Brute. Then fall, Caesar. What does Caesar's final words to Brutus suggest? Caesar is surprised that Brutus betrayed him. Caesar is forgiving Brutus for the attack. Caesar is ordering Brutus to finish him off. Caesar is cursing Brutus for not warning him earlier. Caesar is surprised that Brutus betrayed him. Hence. Wilt thou lift up Olympus? What does Caesar mean by this statement? He is comparing himself to the gods. He is commanding the conspirators to leave him. He is expressing disbelief at their attempts to humble him. He is asking for mercy from the conspirators. He is expressing disbelief at their attempts to humble him. In the line, I am constant as the northern star, Caesar is asserting that he is unchanging and resolute in his decisions. He is a guiding light for the Roman people. He is easily swayed by public opinion. He is unpredictable and flexible. He is unchanging and resolute in his decisions. When Antony says, "O pardon me, thou bleeding piece of earth, that I am meek and gentle with these butchers," he is expressing regret for being part of the conspiracy, apologizing to Caesar's corpse for initially cooperating with the conspirators, pleading with the public for their understanding, asking for forgiveness for attacking Caesar, apologizing to Caesar's corpse for initially cooperating with the conspirators. Speak, hands, for me. What does Casca mean by this line? He is urging his fellow conspirators to begin the assassination. He is saying that his actions will speak louder than words. He is telling Caesar to listen to the will of the people. He is asking for support from the other senators. He is saying that his actions will speak louder than words. What is the meaning of Brutus's line, "Ambition's debt is paid"? Caesar's ambition has led to his downfall. Caesar owed the people of Rome his loyalty. The Senate has finally paid off its debts. The conspirators owe nothing for their actions. Caesar's ambition has led to his downfall. In the line, "Cry havoc, and let slip the dogs of war," Antony is declaring his intention to instigate civil war, asking the Roman people to calm down, calling for mercy on Caesar's killers, proposing a truce between the conspirators and his allies, declaring his intention to instigate civil war. When Caesar says, "No, Caesar doth not wrong, nor without cause will he be satisfied," he is claiming that he has never acted unjustly, demanding a reason for the Senate's actions, expressing his pride and unwillingness to admit mistakes, trying to compromise with the conspirators, claiming that he has never acted unjustly. In the line, "This was the most unkindest cut of all," Antony refers to Brutus's betrayal as the blow that caused Caesar's death, the wound that Caesar did not expect, the most painful and emotional betrayal, the final cut that led to Caesar's fall. The most painful and emotional betrayal. What is the significance of Caesar's line, "Doth not Brutus bootless kneel"? Caesar is mocking Brutus's attempt to plead with him. Caesar realizes that Brutus's plea is pointless. Caesar is confused by Brutus's behavior. Caesar is asking Brutus to stop kneeling. Caesar realizes that Brutus's plea is pointless.